Hi guys, welcome to D's African Perspective. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so we're going to be checking out videos about people who actually got fired after they just put in their 2 weeks notice. So a lot of companies, all of them, they literally ask you to actually put in your 2 weeks notice whenever you get a new job or you're leaving their job, because that is like the right way to do it. Okay, that you shouldn't just leave just like that and just tell them like, oh, I'm about to quit this job and that's it. And it's like it doesn't make sense. On their own earth, they're telling you not to do that. But whenever people have to do it, or they just feel like, oh, let's do what they asked of us, let me just go and put in my 2 weeks notice, and then you just get fired there and then. So these are some people's experiences and what have been done to them, and that is why many people are giving advice saying you shouldn't put in your 2 weeks notice, because this is how you get treated. Because most times when these companies want to lay you off, when they want to fire you, they just tell you there and then, and they need you to go away immediately, but they don't do the same thing to you, which is unfair. But before we get right into this video, a big shout out to Owens Daniel for sending me a $4 super thanks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Clicking the like button helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into it.
So I just put in my 2-week notice at my job because I'm going to something different and better. I was very polite about it, and I told my team lead last week that I would be leaving next month, but I wasn't going to put in, actually, sorry, it's been 2 weeks ago that I told her that I'd be leaving. And she let me know that she completely understood. She was happy for me. And when I was ready to leave, oh, they're calling. Let's see what they have to say.
So wanted to call and meet with you. Sorry, when you messaged me, I was in a one-on-one with another agent, so that's the reason why. I am very excited to hear about your new career that you are going to be pursuing. I will let you know, though, and I think Lex might have already informed you of this, but whenever an agent within the account review team does give their notice, we have to accept that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So
actually, she told me something very different. She told me that I would be able to finish out my 2 weeks when I put it in.
Yeah, that is not the case. I am sorry that she said that. That's not the case. Due to the sensitivity of the stuff that we work with in this department, whenever a 2 weeks notice is provided, we have to accept it immediately. So we are going to go ahead and proceed with a separation today. And I honestly wish you well on your venture with your teaching. She had told me about your teaching. Definitely, yeah, due to the severity of what we deal with, we do have to separate immediately. Can you just confirm what your personal email is?
It's Kelsey. Yeah, she told me that. I told her 2 weeks ago that I'd be leaving, and she told me that I would be able to finish it out when I decided to put in my 2 week notice.
Again, I'm very sorry about that. I will make sure that that's corrected. In fact, I just sent a message to all of my TLs to make sure that they are very informed of that. That is not the case. Other than that, Kelsey, I do appreciate the work that you did here. I know you're pretty frustrated right now.
I'm pissed because I have 3 kids that I have bills to pay for, and I'm not going to get paid until September 15th. So yes, I'm livid.
I understand.
So I just want to make sure, like, yes, I'm being terminated today because I'm going to have to try to file for unemployment.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to accept the resignation immediately.
I'm not resigning as of today. I was resigning as of August 12th. So if you're telling me I'm being let go today, that means I'm being terminated as of today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We are separating your employment today.
Thank you.
Again, I apologize, but if you'll go ahead and clock out and log off of all your systems, and I will finalize a separation today, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steven. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I do want to let you know that the company has decided to end your employment with us effective immediately. Although you did submit a 2 weeks notice, we appreciate it, but our company does not have to honor that. So with that, we are ending your working relationship with us today. So what I would like for you to do, Stephen, is please log out of all company accounts and systems right away. So we will also need you to return any company property that you have, such as your equipment. And what we'll do is we'll follow up with instructions on how to return these items and details about your final paychecks and any other benefits that you may be entitled to at this time. So, Stephen, I know this is not information that you're wanting to hear, but I do want to thank you at least for your contributions.
Hey, excuse me, but I just put that 2 weeks notice in today. I sent it over to my team lead.
Understood. And we did advise the team lead as well that we don't have to honor it. We don't. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end your employment with us effective immediately.
So y'all, I just currently put my 2 weeks notice in at my job, and they went ahead and fired me because I put in the 2 weeks notice. Like, I'm on my way home to get their shirts so I can get my check, and I'm gonna record the conversation and post it on here, like when I go back and get the shirts. But they literally fired me because I put in the 2 weeks notice. I clocked in at 7:30, put my 2 weeks notice in, wrote the little form and stuff on the form, and I left it on the desk. Like, I ain't think that they was gonna fire me because I put a 2 weeks notice in. Now, I've put in 2 weeks notices before at like other jobs, and I've never been fired before for putting in the 2 weeks notice. Like, they'll let me work, and then on my last day, like, they'll wish me well and tell me, okay, if you want to come back, you can, but they have never fired me before. I worked in the infant room, and I would come to work every day on time since, of course, I don't have no kids, so it ain't no problem with me waking up, coming to work, being a lead teacher. I would come to work every day. So I ain't think that they would fire me for putting my 2 weeks notice in. But yeah, we're finna go ahead and post this video. So I currently got their shirts, and I am on my way inside to grab the rest of my stuff and talk to the director. Cause what the hell she thought? Mind y'all, I had decorated that. I decorated this a few weeks ago. I decorated it and painted it. Decorated that. Yeah, but I'm gonna run to the bread store right quick. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So I kind of wanted to know, since I put in my 2 weeks, like, are y'all firing me or laying me off? Or y'all don't want to see my face no more? Like, can I come back? I was trying to end on good terms.
It is no. I told you we accept your 2 weeks notice, but we're just making today the last day.
Why?
That's Miss Kathy's decision.
Y'all ain't
That's
even
usually how she'll do it. If you give your 2 weeks, if we have coverage, then you don't have to worry about it. Because I had added another teacher in there to kind of help y'all, but since there is another teacher in there, they have their coverage now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't come back if I wanted to.
Like, return for...
Like, say if I want to return, like, come back and work with y'all later on in the future. I can't do that?
That's strictly up to Miss Kathy. When, like, if you were to apply on Indeed or something again, that's strictly up to her. It's not necessarily cutting you off from being able to reapply. But, you know,
I thought, like, I was fired or something.
Everyone has their, I believe it's 60 days that you would have to wait before you would be eligible to be rehired. And then it would also depend on if we are already staffed, so on and so forth. So it's not necessarily saying that you wouldn't be able to come back if you wanted to. It would just depend on the time frame that you would want to, and then if we have a position available.
Oh, because I thought y'all was firing me. Because I thought I was a good worker.
No, it was just your 2 weeks notice. We just went ahead and let you go, so that way not only we're making sure the baby room has their coverage, but we don't want to have too many people in there. So since we have that extra person in there now, you wouldn't have to come back.
So what if I wouldn't have put in the 2 weeks notice today? Y'all still gonna fire me? If y'all had extra, y'all got extra coverage?
That would be up to Miss Kathy. People come and go, and it would be up to her if she's gonna fire you or not. But I am not sure if that would have happened today.
No.
But no. As far as I know, I was not told anything like that. So no, it wouldn't have been that way. But we have that coverage, so we were like, well, since we have someone in there, we can make today the last day.
Okay. Well, I just came to pick up my check since I returned y'all shirts. What's today's date?
The 8th.
So yeah, y'all, I got my check. I was currently working here at Jackson Heights. I've never heard no shit like that before. Like, just because you got extra coverage in the room, you're gonna go ahead and let today be my last day. Make it make sense. Be fucking for real. Because like I said, I put in plenty of 2 weeks notices at other jobs, and I always had coverage in my room. I'm used to working as a lead teacher, but I've always had coverage in my room while putting in the 2 weeks notice. And they always let me work the whole 2 weeks without saying, oh, you know, we got extra coverage in the room, so we just gonna make today your last day. And honestly, I wouldn't even want to come back. I just wanted some damn closure to see what their answer would be. But I guess you can't put in the 2 weeks notice at every spot. Go ahead and quit if they're gonna lay you off. I'm gonna tell y'all though while I put my 2 weeks notice in. So working as a lead teacher, I'm used to getting paid like 15, 16, maybe 17, 18. They only wanted to start me out at 13. I was like, okay, first they said 14, then they backed it up to 13. I was like, okay, whatever. That ain't no problem. So when I started working in the infant room, you know, I'm used to being the lead teacher. I'm used to making the room look pretty, you know, like decorating, hanging up some of my artwork. The owner had came and told me to take my pictures down because it wasn't age appropriate. Mind you, this was like a few days ago. It had been hanging up for like 2-3 weeks, and then all of a sudden she come in and say, oh, you know, they're nice, but that's not age appropriate. You're gonna have to take those down. I showed y'all the door that I decorated. I decorated that for Easter. So like I said, I'm used to decorating, making the classroom look pretty. And then one of the assistants that was in my room had said, oh, well, you know, we feel like you're taking over the room. Honestly, I really felt like they was jealous of me. It was this one older lady named Miss Melissa, real deep into the Bible, real Christian, whatever. But when we had a little meeting, she felt like I was taking over the classroom, you know, like I didn't give them no opinions on how I should decorate the classroom or, you know, let them know what I was doing. They ain't like that. They ain't like the fact that I just took initiative and just started decorating the classroom since it was plain as fuck. Mind y'all, they didn't want to start decorating the classroom till I came in and I started decorating the classroom. Yeah, they had Valentine's Day stuff up, but then they had to take it down. The classroom was plain for about 2 weeks. Nobody said, oh, well, hey, let's decorate, let's do this, let's do that. As a lead teacher, I didn't think I had to say no shit like that. But as soon as I started decorating, it's, oh, you ain't let me know nothing. You ain't give me no opinion. You know, you taking over the classroom. You ain't asked us if we want to put this up. Y'all never gave a fuck. Y'all never want to start decorating the classroom until I started decorating the classroom. Now y'all feel away? Make it make sense. And then what's so crazy about it is, soon as I started decorating, everything was cool. But after a minute, oh, you're going to have to take this down. This is not age appropriate. This isn't that. I had hung up the rug rats. They wanted to say it wasn't age appropriate. Get the fuck out of here. Because mind y'all, these was the same pictures that I hung up at my last daycare job that I left because of the toxic working environment. They didn't ever tell me not once, oh, this isn't age appropriate. You're going to have to take this down. They let me keep it up. They let me hang it up. So for them to say, oh, this ain't age appropriate, blah, 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 this, it was just peaking. I just felt like if you're going to make me a lead teacher, like, allow me to decorate the classroom how I want to decorate it. Because when I first started, it was, oh, you know, don't be afraid to hang nothing up on the walls. You can hang whatever on the walls. Then when I started hanging up my pictures and my little artwork around the classroom, they had a problem with it. And it wasn't nothing but some flowers and, you know, like a bookcase with flowers on it. And the classroom that I was in, the infant room, they called it the caterpillar room. I thought caterpillars and fucking flowers went together. So why would you say it's not age appropriate? I could see if I hung up a skull or some worms or some BS, but I hung up some stuff that I thought would go with the classroom. So they made me take that down. They was just always picking. It was just, I don't know. I just felt like it was petty and messy. So that's why I went ahead and put my 2 weeks notice in and found something else. Because as a lead teacher, like, why you not allowing me to decorate the classroom how I want to decorate it? Hell.
Stop putting in your 2 week notice. Why would you tell us not to put in our 2 week notice? Because if you get fired, they're not going to give you a 2 week notice. If you get laid off, they're not going to give you a 2 week notice. Let me tell you what they do. Have you ever been scrolling on it, Indeed, and you've seen the job title, but then when you go down and look at the company, it says confidential? Yeah. That's because the position that you're trying to apply for is not currently available. There is still someone currently in that role, and the company does not want them to know that they're in the process of hiring someone else for that position because they're about to fire them. I know this because the company I used to work for would plan to fire someone, but before they fired them, they would have their replacement. That way, when that person got fired, the next day, their replacement was there. This is why I always tell people, stop putting in your 2 week notice. You're not helping yourself. You're helping the company. If you have PTO, use it up. Go on vacation. Take a break before you go into the next job. These companies don't care. You have to care about yourself. Period.
Hey, okay, come in. Oh, Tyrone, hey.
Nope. Let me stop you right there, boss. This right here, this is for you.
Oh, okay, what is this?
It's my official letter of resignation.
So who's gonna do your job?
I that's your job to figure out. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm not giving you 2 weeks. This is my final and last day.
No, you should stay 2 weeks. It's good and fair industry practice, so we can find somebody to
Right, I
replace
understand
you.
that, but let me ask you. Last week when you fired Lacey with no notice, right? You didn't give her 2 weeks, did you?
I mean, no.
That's what I thought.
I mean, it was coming already.
Exactly. So why would I give you 2 weeks?
So we can find and train somebody in your position.
Oh, I mean, my position's pretty easy. I pretty much do all of your work, the work that you don't do. I mean, you can do it.
Technically, you weren't my assistant. You're right. I was having you do extra work. So what if I gave you a raise instead?
No. Because remember last week when I asked for the raise, you said it's not within the company's budget. So all of a sudden you have it now that I'm leaving.
I can move a couple things around. That's besides the point. Where are you going, Tyrone?
I'd rather not tell you that so that way you don't sabotage it. So I'm good.
Okay, well, is there any chance in the future that you'd come back?
No offense, boss, but I'd rather roll around in hell than to come back here. I would never, ever come back here. Not the way you treat me.
Well, before you leave, can I actually have you do something really quickly for me?
No, I can't. See, this is why I'm done. You don't respect me.
You know what? You're right. And now that you're not my employee, go to hell, Tyrone.
All right.
You can go to hell.
See you in hell.
I don't believe in the whole 2 week notice thing. Oh, why am I giving you 2 weeks to let you know that I'm leaving when if you were going to fire me or lay me off, you would let me know that same day? Oh, I need to set boundaries. So the same respect that you would give me, I'm going to give you back. Jobs and corporations don't treat us with the same respect and loyalty that they expect for us to give them. If you want me to give you 2 weeks, I need you to at least give me a month to get my life together because a lot of people have children, elderly parents or grandparents that they have to take care of. A lot of people are on disability. A lot of people are preparing to have a family. A lot of people are probably on the verge of an eviction notice or homelessness. So the same respect and loyalty that you want me to give your brand, I need to feel that. And if not, y'all gonna get the same immediate notice that you would give me.
I hope that reaches every HR office globally.
I really don't know what type of anger these companies be having that they just feel like, oh, as soon as you just put in your 2 weeks notice, they just be like, oh no, like, you know what, we're actually logging you. They just kick you out of the system. It's like they kick you out of the system and you have no access to it, and it's like immediately they do that to you. And it's just crazy because if I've been plotting to actually quit and I want to do something bad to the company, then I have had that knowledge for quite some time, right? So I would have done something bad to you guys. So what's with the whole trying to kick somebody out immediately and just like, you know, get that person out of the system immediately? And It's just weird, because if someone was planning bad for you, they already know that they have a new job and they would have done something already. I don't think them telling you and you just quickly trying to kick them out, I don't even know what it is. It's just so petty to me. People are actually trying to do what you asked of them. So why are you trying to kick them out? Why are you trying to get them out of the workplace? Is it that they just feel like the person is not going to put in the same effort, work? Because like right now, you guys can see from the video, this woman actually had a plan to actually, use the money to pay her bills. And it's like immediately you just do that to them. And for them to put in their 2 weeks notice, then they actually they have another job, right? And they are about to go into that job. So you don't even have a lot of window of time to go and get unemployment, because are you just going to get unemployment for 1 week or so? It doesn't, like, it's so short. And to go and be filling the application, do everything, it's just so bad. All these things that we are saying, honestly, I don't really blame people who don't put in 2 weeks notice and just decide to just leave the company and part ways like that. Like, okay, no, fine, that's good, like they're not gonna work there again. But it's like, because whenever you just do it, I have seen so many times where this happened to people, where they are like, oh, I'm just gonna put in my 2 weeks notice, and then they just get fired over and over and over again. People keep getting that, and it's not fair that you guys, like, these companies would not actually give you a notice that they're about to lay you off. They will not give you a notice that they're about to fire you. I think going into work is just, you just have to put your mind that, okay, this is just like a straight work situation. I guess we just have to take emotions or sympathy or any empathy for them, and it's like, because they don't have any sympathy towards you. They don't feel bad for you. They don't care. Like, it's just straight business. It's just money, 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 money. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching me for the very first time and you want to watch more of my videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.